Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to this week's edition of Will and Wise.
The Dog Show Drive.
Yeah, that's us. I'm Will Alexander.
And I'm Y.
You are Y. And this week on the Dog Show Drive, we're going to talk about, we have our show spotlights, which we have every week now. If you want your show on the show spotlight, reach out to Yvonne and she'll help you out. This week's topic is going to be the travel. We're going to talk about travel safety due to an incident that happened last week. And two really interesting Kennel and Bench. So all that
and more
on this week's edition of Will and Wise,
the Dog Show Drive.
Well, hello, Yvonne.
Hello, Will.
We were just joking before, so we started. Yeah, so we're kind of
surefire way to make me laugh.
Exactly. All you have to say is, put your hands together, direct from Coblconk, Ontario. Welcome.
It always makes me laugh. I don't know why. It's such a funny word. It's such a funny word.
But it's deep in history in Coblconk. People thought for the longest time I lived in Coblconk because I used to, from the home office in Coblconk, Ontario. That was just.
Meanwhile, that was just you and I communicating.
Yeah.
I remember you sent me a birthday card once, and
I know because I love Coblconk, Ontario. I like and I also like the seldom seen road on your way up. It's on your way up to Sudbury, right? Seldom see road.
Yeah, it's along that drive somewhere.
So I sent you a birthday card with the return address and Will Alexander, number 1 seldom seen road, Coblconk, Ontario. We're so
I actually think that birthday card too had a birthday. It was a Far Side card, and it had Yvonne. Like one of the characters' name was Yvonne in it, so which made me laugh even harder.
I'm pretty clever, so
yeah. Every once in a while,
I just don't remember
because you're seldom seen. Anyway, so how was your week? How was your week, William?
Oh my gosh, I had a busy week. I left Thursday. I flew to Calgary and then connected to Saskatoon.
And boy, are his arms tired.
Boy, are my arms tired. But it was a nice connection. But I have to tell you, when I landed in Calgary, it was snowing. And then I don't know if you ever gone to the extra little gates where they have for the smaller planes that go off to like. Saskatoon.
Not through Calgary, no.
Well, it's a special gate where they only have like one restaurant and there's like benches and it's cold and blah blah blah. But I'll tell you, the plane pulled up and it's a prop plane and it's snowing out, and all I could think of was Bill Barilko. This is how it ends. But anyway, they got me safe and sound to Saskatoon. And then
excellent.
We had that an hour and a half drive to PA. I know it's not Prince Albert, PA.
PA.
And I judged at PA. But I started Friday morning at 9. I judged until noon. But then I was doing a handling clinic after Best in Show.
Oh, right.
Best in Show wasn't until 6:30. So I was done at noon. And then I had to wait around.
Left to your own devices.
Yeah, that doesn't go over well.
Nope.
So I sat and watched all the judging, and it was fun. It was fun, but I did get really tired, though. I have to, because it's a bit chilly in there. It's in a hockey arena, so it was a bit chilly. So when you get tired and chilly,
then cold,
double makes it worse. And
then
when it started, it was perfect. Everybody was great. We had a great time. Good turnout.
Fun was had by all.
Sponsored the event, so we had pizza.
Oh, Boston
and salad.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. So
good job, organizers.
But it was a really good event. I thought it went really well. Everybody seemed really happy with it, unless they were just tired and Okay, let's get him out of here.
Let's just let this dude talk and let's get out of here.
But then
if you feed people, that's always a good thing, right?
But then I started at 6:30 and I got finished around 8:30, 8:45. And by the time I was all done, it was probably closer to 9:15. Well, then I had to catch a plane in the morning, so they had to take me back to Saskatoon.
Ooh, yes.
So I got back to Saskatoon. Got to the hotel, asked what time I needed because I had a 6 a.m. flight. So they said they wanted me to meet in the lobby at 4. So I got to the hotel, and by the time I get settled, it's 11:30. I set my alarm for 3. Got up, made coffee, worked my way downstairs, caught my flight.
And now is Saskatchewan was that 2 hours difference for you?
Yes.
Yeah. So 3, which was 1 o'clock, or no, 3 would have been 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So it was not too bad. But
it's not too bad, but it's still that.
I don't go to bed at midnight. I go to bed at 9:30. So there was a big difference in my sleeps.
I know. Everyone thinks judges lead these glamorous lives. Meanwhile, we're just dragging, trying to survive.
Well, then I got home. I got home around, I guess I got back around noonish, and I drove, because I'm living in Bridgenorth now, so I drove up to Bridgenorth, and then I had to go to Scarborough on Sunday to drop a few things off, and which worked out great because I got there and the 4-H club was there, and they asked me if I would give them a talk on dog shows.
Oh, nice.
Which I thought was a lot of fun. I like talking to like 4-H clubs because they're so receptive with everything you say.
Yeah.
And unlike my colleagues.
I mean, usually receptive to things you say.
No, I know.
Like, I have no choice.
Exactly. I'm just kidding. But it was fun. It was fun to be there at the show on Sunday and see the dog show. It was a good dog show, the Scarborough Kennel Club. They always have a good dog show, though.
Yeah.
And it was fun to 4-H club. I judged junior handling because I walked in at just the right time. And we got an assignment for you.
Good job.
I like judging juniors, so the way it went.
I do too. I don't like to admit that, but I do enjoy judging juniors. Yeah.
And then I've been here. I've been up in Bridgenorth. I've got to leave tomorrow because I got to leave. I have to leave. Today's actually Tuesday, so you are listening Thursday. So all these things are already done. But tomorrow I have to go pick up your brother being one of them at the airport.
Oh,
to bring to the old York Kennel Club.
Don't pick him up. You could hurt your back.
I'll tell him you said that. Because he probably doesn't listen to the show.
He'll just laugh.
But I have to. Now
you have to do judges. You have to pick up judges.
Yes, but it snowed like crazy here last night. So it snowed
did it?
Monday night, and it was deep, so we had to shovel out this morning.
Okay, and, it should be fine. Is it not starting to warm up there though?
It is minus. What is it? Right, I'll tell you exactly what it is right now as we speak. If I can find the right app, there it is. -9 feels like -18.
No.
So it's still
fairly chilly for you guys.
Fairly chilly.
Fairly chilly.
What is that? Your June temperature? Where do you think you live?
Well, that could definitely be a May long weekend temperature for us. It's not like we've never had the smattering of wet,
the frozen tundra of Thunder Bay. We work all day to feed our families. Sorry. Carry on. What did you do? I think I already know what you did.
I know. I did send you pictures. So on the rare occasion that I actually leave my house for a non-dog event, Darren and I went to Minnesota, to St. Paul, because we watched the Toronto Maple Leafs play against the Minnesota Wild.
Oh, yeah. I see you're wearing a Minnesota Wild jersey. Who won?
Not them. They lost. The Wild lost, which really kind of sucked. But they lost the night before. They lost the night before. Well, everyone, you got to give you got to give these other teams a little hope. So
a little bit of hope. Yeah, I know.
It wasn't very.
I really zinged you because we were actually talking over text while the game was going on. And I said, you must be good luck because at least you're winning. Shut up.
And then that's when the Wild then scored 2 goals, like back to back. It was the same guy who scored both goals. And I was maybe I'm not. So, but we had excellent seats. Darren chose them. I don't really think he chose them on purpose. He actually did not realize how close. We were right behind the penalty bench, the box.
Where you belong.
And so anybody that was
feel shame.
Do you feel shame? And it was the Toronto penalty box. I was right behind. It was a
pretty busy penalty box all night long too. So
in the first period, it wasn't. It wasn't in the first, but in the second and third, it got super busy. And so anytime there was somebody in the penalty box, because I was right behind them, I was trying to get on TV, and I was spotted several times. That's me. I was like,
I don't like being seen.
I don't want my picture taken, but I want to be on TV. So, and it was so funny because my friend Carolyn said, she goes, "You look so tiny behind them." I'm like, I am small compared to them. They are massive. That goalie Wool is humongous. Like, how does he actually get scored on? Seriously. He is a monster.
I know. I remember being at the airport with Jamie, and I don't know what we were doing, but the World Juniors were going on. This was a million years ago because Jason Spezza was on the World Juniors then. So years ago. And they were there at the airport. It was Jason Spezza and Brad Boyce and their manager or their whoever was with them.
Whatever.
Their
Agent.
And I got to talking to the agent, as I do. And I could not believe how big these kids were. Yeah. And he said the same thing. He said that he'd been working in the NHL since Henri Richard, when 5'7", 5'8" was the norm.
Well,
6'2" is the norm, and these boys
6
feet. Not just tall,
you're small.
They're huge.
Yeah, no, these guys are like I could not. I was actually, and I mean, I know they're on skates, like I get that, but I'm not talking how tall they are.
No,
they're like their girth, right? Like they're big boys. Even some of the smaller ones that were on, like, because Robertson was sitting in the penalty box for a while.
Nicky Robertson,
and he's not as large as some of the other ones. Because who's 22 on your team?
Jake McCabe.
Yes, McCabe, and then the other one, it's another. I want to say I don't think he's Finnish. Probably Czech, maybe.
Swedish.
Jang.
Ekman Larson.
Nope, not him. Not him.
He was in the penalty box a few times.
Yeah. The starts with a J. JNKRO.
Oh, Yarncroc.
Yeah. Him. He sat in front. Him. He sat in front of us too. It was quite fun. So, and then I had this guy sitting beside me. He was like chirping them. He got told a couple of times that he needed to stop by the security guard. And like I said to him, well, you're in Minnesota, so you can't. And he was a Philadelphia fan because he had his Philadelphia jersey on.
Go figure. Remember when Ty Domi went after the fan in Philadelphia because the fan was chirping him from the penalty box?
Yeah. And this guy was relentless. And then the security guard told him, like, you have been warned, and he will be ejected. And his buddies had to go calm the security guard down about it. It was pretty funny, but
oh wow. Well, we better get on to our dog show stuff. Now that was we talked about stuff in hockey for 13 minutes and 24 seconds. Hope we still have a crowd out there listening, waiting for dogs. Yeah.
But it was fun. And I think Fanny's like me. I think she eats her feelings because when I got home, I think she's a little fat. She's been by herself. Well, she hasn't been by herself.
You left a baby gate up and some water out.
The automatic waterer. She's fine. She eats her own poop, so the house was clean.
Oh, there you go. We have some housekeeping to do before we start.
Yes. Speaking of that, yes.
Yeah,
So
last week we talked about best junior winners at Crufts, junior handler, and we have had a overall winner in junior handling. And I knew this because I remember it happening. I remember talking to him, Colton O'Shea. I don't know how that slipped my mind that I didn't remember Colton had won junior handling at Crufts.
Yes.
That was 2014, and he still is, but I haven't seen him in so long. But he was an amazing handler, as you all remember. He worked for Allison on the East Coast, and he became an unbelievable handler. I don't know what he's doing now. I think he's still tinkering, but nothing.
Because then he went out. Didn't he go out to the West Coast?
Yeah, I believe he did. I don't know where he is. So I think the last time I saw him was maybe Palm Springs.
Very interesting.
He's a great handler, and I'm sorry, Colton, for forgetting that. How dare I forget that? Because it was such a tumult. It was such a huge event for us all here in Canada, and personally, because I know you and we're friends.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yes, our regrets. And then the other piece of information was, remember, we talked about the FSS.
We didn't
and
know
we were like, what's that? And so Megan, of course, looked that up. And then you said you actually, I did know that. So it's Foundation Stock Service.
Yes.
And so each of the following breeds has been accepted for recording in the AKC Foundation Stock Service. The AKC provides this service to allow these purebred breeds to continue to develop while providing them with the security of a reliable and reputable avenue to maintain their records. FSS breeds are not eligible for AKC registration. Most of the FSS breeds are approved to compete in AKC companion events. Contact information is available for the majority of the Foundation Stock Service breeds. The AKC does not recommend one club over another. None of the clubs are affiliated with the AKC at this time, except for the Coonhound National Breed Clubs. Note, if you find information on the FSS breed pages that is not current, please let us know. Thank you. But do you remember when Megan posted, told us about it, and I thought she was upset about something because I thought she put FFS, which is a different. And then I'm like, oh, never mind. So anyhow, so FSS, Foundation Stock Service.
Yes.
So, something else that you want to announce for this weekend?
Yes, this week at the Old York Kennel Club.
Yes.
This weekend, on Saturday, we have a special guest arriving Saturday. A star.
Guest star.
Star presence at the Old York Kennel Club. At around noon, we will be honoring Penny, the Doberman Pincer from Westminster, and Greg and Teresa, of course, the breeder owners. But we thought that'd be such a great time to do that because David Fitzpatrick will be there, and he was the judge that judged Penny and gave her best in show. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a fun time. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to be in Edison, New Jersey, but I'll be there Sunday. But it's in capable hands, I'm sure, and it's going to be a great event. So.
Yeah, that's excellent. Now I'm kind of bummed out that I'm not going to your show at all.
Well, I think the Kawartha and Lindsay Press have found out, and they're all going to congregate on Lindsay, Ontario, and see Penny. So,
excellent. Very good job. Good job.
So we're going to honor Penny because she deserves it, because she made us all so very proud.
Yes. And then...
and there was also last weekend, I forgot to mention this when we talked about Scarborough, on the Sunday, there was a horrible accident. It was Yvonne Van Wyck, who I've known since I was a child, really. English Cockers. Yvonne has English Cockers still, and she was in an accident on Highway 35 heading to the dog show. She was involved in a head-on collision. Apparently a deer crossed the road. Yvonne's apparently okay. She's posted a couple times and talked about the accident. She thinks that her new vehicle was the reason she is okay. Stormy the dog, she did have a laceration over her eye. Her eye was fine. There was Andrea Melistinic was there at the show showing her bull mastiffs, and she's well known for her bull mastiffs, and she's a vet. And she came over and checked Stormy out, gave her a quick go over and gave some advice on what should be done and afterwards. And so that was nice of Andrea to come and do that, because it happens a lot. And sometimes we overstep our boundaries with these vets that are at dog shows, showing their own dogs, because we know they're there and we're going to get, well, what should I give? What should I do? But this was an emergency situation, and Andrea stepped up and came and checked on Stormy, and all's well. So thank you, Andrea, for coming to check on Stormy, the English Cocker. And Grant, I can't remember Grant's last name. Isn't that awful? He has Cardigan Corgis. He's a wonderful guy. He went and picked up Stormy from the accident site, because Yvonne got sent to the almost sent to the vet. Yvonne got sent to the vet. Yvonne got sent to the hospital. But the other chap that hit Yvonne, he had to be helicoptered out. So.
Oh, really? Oh, it was nasty.
That,
yeah.
He veered into her lane. There's all kinds of different things, but so.
Well, Yvonne, I'm glad that Yvonne and Stormy are okay.
Yes, me too. And it just put a damper on the afternoon when the news came out, and the N35 got closed. The highway was closed for investigation, and people had to figure out a different way to get home if they had to use 35. And it was not news anybody ever wants to hear. So,
no, not at all. Not at all.
Seatbelts on, glasses on. That includes your dog.
Yeah.
If you don't have a crate, put a seatbelt on them.
Exactly. So, all right. So, let's get across Canada.
This is it.
Let's go across Canada. Brought to you by Canadian Dog Fancier, showcasing Canada's top dogs. So, out at your show there that you attended.
It wasn't my show. I was judging.
Well, I know. The one day you went there. The Alberta Kennel and Obedience Club, March 13th and 15th.
Prince Albert,
Saskatchewan. Is that not what I said?
You said Alberta Kennel Club.
Did I? Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd like to replay that tape and see, because I don't think
she's not around yet, so you have to wait for Doc.
We'll argue about this.
Yeah.
Everybody else can
tomato, potato.
Right now. There were 6 shows for a total entry of 972 dogs, which is down slightly actually from the previous year of 1,015. Just a bit.
And I have to tell you, just a quick side note, because it was very snowy in Prince Albert and cold. Okay. And Kerry Lee was there from Australia, and he had never been to a hockey arena before. So he was great. But he was where are we? Well, we're in a hockey arena, Kerry.
This is life in Canada.
The judges' room was one of the dressing rooms. He liked it in there because it was really warm.
Warm and the smell of sweat. Yes. They're so nice, the dressing rooms. Anyhow, and so then the next show you attended, Scarborough Kennel Club, also March 13th through the 15th.
It was a traveling show this weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, you were a traveling show, weren't you? Held in Lindsay, Ontario. 3 shows, total entry of 825 dogs, and that is down quite a bit from the previous year of 1,163.
Yeah, unfortunately, this year fell upon the same weekend as York in PA and Louisville, which is a huge show, and Quebec. Right. So they competed with 3 shows that draw from a lot of dogs. So that's where that happened from.
That's what happened there.
Itself next year.
Yeah, and then as you said, the last show in Victoriaville, Quebec, Club Canine de l'Estrie. They had 3 shows, and their total entry was 725, and also they were down.
That's probably due to Louisville and York as well.
Yeah, because they had over 800 the previous year.
A lot of Canadian exhibitors.
Yeah, for sure. So, and then we'll do a couple of reminders for closing. The big Renaissance Dog Association held out in BC, closing on next Tuesday, it'll be upcoming Tuesday, March 24th at midnight. And the show secretary there is the BC Dog Show Services Limited. Also closing is the Halifax Kennel Club on Monday, March 23rd, or 9 p.m., or whenever their limit is reached. And their show secretary is Noteworthy Farm Show Services. That's Mudge, isn't it, Patrick?
Yep, Patrick Mudge.
Mudgy Show.
A reminder of closing brought to you by Canadian Dog Fanciers, showcasing Canada's top dogs.
Yes. Now on to our spotlight. Brought to you by Show Scene Magazine, the place to be seen.
To be seen.
All right. So our Canadian Spotlight show, Fredericton Kennel Club, Saturday and Sunday, May 2nd and 3rd. 4 all-breed championship dog shows.
No, I missed the days of the 2-day dog shows. I always liked the 2-day dog shows.
I always liked a 2-day dog show. Yes, held indoors, limited to 200 dogs each show. There's also 2 rally obedience trials and 2 obedience trials, and those are all breeds as well. So the rally trials on Saturday and obedience is on the Sunday.
They also have baby puppy event Saturday, Sunday.
Yep, confirmation junior handling and obedience junior handling as well. Good for you guys.
Nice.
Nice. And that's being held at the Tri-County Complex on Pride's Landing Road in Fredericton Junction.
Entries close Monday, April 20th at 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
So best of luck to the Fredericton Kennel Club. I'm sure they'll have a great event.
Yes, they have. What else do they have? Do they have anything else exciting? Nope, I think that was everything. So we got the junior handling, blah, blah, blah. And you can also enter through the dog show. Online entries are only through the dogshow.ca, just to let you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, for our American show. This is a good one. Megan picked a good one.
Yeah, I've never heard of this show. I'm not even sure I've heard of it, so it's good to bring it up.
So much going on. It's the Mid-Continent Kennel Club of Tulsa, located in Oklahoma.
105 years.
Preserving our canine heritage.
That's excellent. No.
Yes. So this is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday show, April 23rd through to the 26th. Why can I never see when the closing is on these things?
I don't know.
I know. So dead air time.
I don't see it either.
So let's go to some of the specialty shows they have, and they have a lot of them. They have the American Polish Lowland Sheepdog Club. That has a separate premium list. The Chow Chow Club Incorporated, also separate premium list. Hound Club of Oklahoma, Oklahoma Sporting Dog Club, Tibetan Spaniel Club of America, Working Dog Club of Oklahoma, American Bull Mastiff Club, Sooner Pomeranian Club of Oklahoma City, Tibetan Spaniel, Gulf Coast Association, Chinese Shar-Pei, Doberman Pinscher of the Indian Nation, Irish Setter Club of Central Oklahoma, Natural State Golden Retriever Club. Does that mean they have to be shown in their natural state? It's just a question.
I don't know what state they were born in. I don't know.
The Papillon Club of Tulsa, Central Oklahoma Toy Dog Club, Central Oklahoma Collie Club, Cocker Spaniel Club of Tulsa, Greater Tulsa Non-Sporting Dog Club. There's a specialty almost, I think, for actually almost everybody. Like if you look at the group specialties.
Yeah.
Irish Setter Club of Greater Tulsa. The Quaker Hunter, the Lingalingala Club of Texoma. They have a specialty as well, and the Sooner Dachshund Club and Golden Retriever Club of the Ozarks. And then designated specialties on, like they're designating their specialties for a lot of the I would believe that's at the all-breed show, that judging is designated as a specialty. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm captivated, that's why.
Captivate you in a minute. Anyway, So these clubs, Natural State Golden Retriever, the Irish Setters, Papillons, Chows, Tibetan Spaniel, they have designated specialties during their regular breed. Well, during the breed judging at the
They have a
Albrecht.
lot else going on besides
Yeah.
all the
And tons of
specialties
supported
going on.
entries. They have a best puppy competition on the Friday. Best bred by exhibitor on the Saturday. They have a special junior handler event.
The AKC Pee Wee special attraction.
Special attraction, the Pee-wees.
That'll be fun.
Pee-wees are always
Was being
special.
judged by a friend of the show, Linda Clark.
Oh,
Excellent.
yes. She's a very nice lady. And they also have their National Owner Handler Series is also in conjunction with this show as well.
A lot of baby puppy, beginner puppies, they call it. AKC sanctioned beginner puppy competition, 4 to 6 months of age.
Yep.
All breed shows all 3 days.
Wow.
That's a busy show.
Yep. And then they have open shows, all miscellaneous and FSS breeds, which we now know as
Foundation
Stock Service.
There you go. And the entries closed for this show noon, April 8th, Wednesday, noon.
Yes. So. And it's an Onofrio Dog Show shows.
Yes.
So
that sounds like a pretty big event. And there's the list of judges. They've got a big list of judges.
Yeah, we have a really good list of judges too. There's
through all those. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, Michael Canalizo's there, Linda Clark,
Jean Blake,
Joyce Dandridge.
Any show with Jean's a fun show, so it's going to be fun.
Jean, yep. James Faring, Sue Forsyth.
I don't see any Canadians in the panel. Oh, no. Ann Uhas of Aurora, Ohio.
Ann Uhas. Butch Schulman is also there.
So and they have an AKC sanctioned B match too. I'm not exactly sure what the B match means.
Well, I think it's all breed, including the miscellaneous and the FSS breed. So
Foundation Service Stock breeds, of course. Yeah.
Stock Service.
Stock Service.
Stock Service. Anyway, it's a good chance for everyone to get some practice in the ring, and that's being held on the Thursday. That Sanction B match, and then they also have there's so much fun. Some dock diving. They have qualifiers for the regional championships in dock diving. They also have the AKC Fit Dog Walk. They have the Golden Driller Walk. That'll be happening on the Saturday and the Sunday. They have Fast Cat. Oh, I love the Fast Cat. Fast Cat. That's also
all 4 days.
All 4 days.
All breeds and mixed breeds welcome.
Yes. And then they have a junior showmanship clinic open to all juniors on the Saturday. It's free to attend, and the clinician there is Clarence J. Lee. He will be presenting, and great. Just so much. And then there's Show and Go Rally and Obedience by the Mid-Continent Kennel Club. So there's that. There's an OFA eye clinic.
Yeah, with Dr. Jonathan Puckett.
Yeah. And then also there's a cardiology clinic with echocardiogram with color flow Doppler breed scan with board certified cardiologist Dr. Louis Braz-Ruvio. Why do I do this?
I read that though. She's going to love saying that.
And then Genesis Canine Reproduction, Semen Freezing and Health Clinics. And they also have a bunch of OFA testing that you can also get
and that's Dr. Andrea Hesser.
Yes. Yeah, thanks. Glad you got to say that one. Good luck, exhibitor.
What a great show it's going to be, though.
Yep. Oh, and there's 2 AKC seminars, too.
Aspiring and newly approved judges. I would like to do that. That's fun.
And then the AKC 101 show chair seminar, AKC Club Development, too. So
there is so much going on. Yes. I'm glad we did the spotlight. Good job, Megan.
Good one.
Yep.
Yay.
Yep. Show
Stay
Spotlight
thirsty.
brought to you by Show Scene Magazine, the place to be seen.
See.
No jazz hands, the place to be seen.
It actually looks like I've got some sort of affliction when I do that. Got
You
the
do.
shakes. I do have an affliction.
You do.
Anyway, well, let's get on to this week's topic, Will. Sponsored by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, where your success is our success.
Yes, so this topic obviously comes because of the accident that happened at Scarborough.
Yeah.
The unfortunate accident. And we didn't want there's still, and it seems that there's still some snow ahead of us, so it's not over yet, boys and girls.
Not over yet. So we're going to talk about traveling
in Canada.
Yeah, we're going to talk about traveling with your dogs in late winter, early spring, and it can be tricky because conditions can change from snow and ice to mud, rain, and sudden cold snaps in the very same day. So we've got, so Garcia compiled a list for us. Some practical ways.
She minds that we call her Garcia.
Yeah, she doesn't care. People can be savvy travelers with their dogs during this unpredictable season. So, first of all, pack for all seasons. At this time of year, we can get pretty much everything.
Right.
Bring gear
you
for
never
both,
know.
for both
like
winter.
We have Bill and Taffy coming this weekend to Old York, and Taffy's message being asked me, was it going to be cold? I don't know.
It's Canada.
But then I messaged Bill back and told Bill about the forecast, and he said that's great because they're expecting 80 degrees there. I said, well, it's not going to be 80 degrees here. He said he needs the break. He likes the refreshing break. I said, well, you're in for a treat, my friend.
You will be more than just refreshed. Refrozen, whatever you want to say. Yes. So bring some gear for both winter and spring conditions. Insulated coats for cold mornings. So keep packing your winter jacket in the car. Lightweight rain jacket for wet afternoons, because we definitely know those can come in really quick. Extra towels and blankets, and a spare leash and collar. Mud and salt can damage your gear. So that's well, you never know.
Only if you lose in the parking lot and someone drives over it. No,
Well, I always have extra leads and collars. Well, maybe not collars, but I have like a lot of walking leads in the van all the time.
I just have to have a couple because if Clark gets a hold of one, Clark eats them. Clark likes to eat the walking leads. And then I find it a couple days later, but I can't put it back together again.
Do you remember that? There was that joke. Anyway,
what joke?
It's a joke. The punchline is, "I shit you not."
Oh, I was thinking Peter Scott. Rats. That was when Broker the Santa Poodle ate his squeaky rat, and he gave it back to us like 3 months later.
Yeah.
And Peter was standing there, and it came out in the ring, and Pete said, "Rats."
So another good idea is keep a mud kit in your car. Early spring means melting snow and mud everywhere. Paw wipes or damp cloths. So I'll have like an extra, like I always call it my foot towel. A small bucket of water. Or
Maybe
small.
she needs a bottle of water.
Yeah, like a bottle of water. Boot tray or plastic tote for dirty paws. Old towel or microfiber drying cloth.
Yeah.
So
I like those microfibers for drying them when their feet are crappy like that.
Yeah, exactly. Another idea is you need to protect paws from salt and ice. I like for example, when we were in New York, walking dogs on the mean streets of New York is terrible. I'm so like you. When do I get to see you in person next?
I don't know what I'll be. I better be serpentining around.
You will be afraid. It better be after your surgery when you can run. I'm getting on the treadmill and I'm going to practice sprinting. Anyway.
Sure you are. Boom, boom, boom.
Anyhow,
Your hair gets caught in the belt and you're stuck there until someone saves you.
who was I telling? I was telling someone about my nail grinder story about when I had, remember that time, the nail grinder?
I was telling the Brindy story this weekend too.
Why would you tell that story?
Because you were hilarious. Get your hand in there. I can't.
Okay, for everyone who doesn't know, we were showing a Scotty. We were doing, what were we doing? Her toenails or something?
Nails.
Yeah, we were doing nails, and
because she was that kind that would need two people. One person had to hold Brindy while I did her nails. So the one person was you.
Always was me. And Brindy bit me.
And Scotties have huge teeth.
They have very, very big teeth.
And she didn't mean to bite you.
No, she didn't. But, my hand was in the way and she bit me. But she bit me in the space between
the
my thumb.
Meaty part of your thumb and
the
forefinger.
big fleshy part between your thumb and your pointy finger. And she was like there.
Right through it. And I'm like, what are you doing? Get your hand out of there. And Yvonne holds her hand up while it's in Brindy's mouth and says, I can't.
That's the tooth.
Release, Brindy, release. Release the assistant.
And for all you asking, no, I did not go to the doctor. Just threw some old
Did a quick stop.
Peroxide and quick stop, and off we went.
We had more to do that day. So
yeah, well, I think she was like the second dog we attempted nails on that day. Anyhow, back to what we were talking about. Protect paws from salt and ice. Road salt and melting ice can irritate paw pads. Some dog boots or paw wax. Rinse paws after walks, which I did with Fanny when we went to New York because, the streets are just gross anyway. Check for cracked pads or ice buildup between the toes.
Well, yeah, and they can. Their pads can crack. I've had that happen. And then you go to a warmer climate to show your dog, and you think, oh my God, they're lame, and they're lame because they have cracked pads from the winter.
Yep, exactly. Watch for rapid temperature swings. Canadian spring days can swing 15 degrees Celsius or more between morning and afternoon. Avoid leaving dogs in the car, even if it feels cool when you park, because even though it's cool outside, the sun can just beat in, and that temperature has no bearing on how hot it's getting in your vehicle. Bring shade or cooling mats for warmer afternoons. So another thing is to prepare for wet and slippery surfaces. Melting snow creates slick paths and parking lots. Use non-slip leads when unloading dogs. Walk cautiously around icy showgrounds or rest stops. Consider traction cleats for yourself, because there's nothing worse than landing on your caboose while you're walking your dog. Okay, I can't hear you. Are you, William? I can't hear you. Nothing. Pause it for now. So what were you saying?
And that's all I have to say about that.
Exactly.
We just had a technical difficulty. My mic went, so we paused it. By the time I got it working again, I had no idea what I was saying. So,
well,
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I thought Will was fooling around because he does that to me all the time. I think I'm going deaf because he's talking into his mic.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Serves me right. Right? It's karma. That's what that is.
Yes. So we were talking about slippery services.
We were talking about bedding. We had moved on to bedding. That's why I turned around.
Oh,
bedding.
Okay.
So don't bet on dog shows. Okay, wrong kind of betting. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm playing with Fanny. Fanny's very excited.
What is she doing?
She's trying to bite me. My dog bites.
All right. So, Matt, when you're in the winter, wet coats and muddy paws, quickly soak up your bedding. So you need to pack multiple crate beds, which I always brought with me. Use waterproof crate liners, which a lot of you can get those. There's two kinds now. I forget the names actually.
Primo pads are one bedding. Of them.
Yeah, Primo pads. Rotate the bedding during the day. Always check, because no one wants to. Do you want to lay in a wet area when it's damp after it's been raining? No.
No, it's gross.
And again, check your weather app. Check your weather before driving. Find out what you're driving into. But check it while you're stopped. Like, don't do it while you're driving.
Why not? That's what I do.
And my rule of thumb is I never let the gas tank go down below half. As soon as it hits half, I look for a place to fill up.
That is a very good habit to have, especially in like the crappy weather that we can come across, because you never know.
And remember, it's just a dog show. If it's like freezing rain and snow squalls, pull over, go home, stop. Don't look at me like that. I know you're like this road warrior that drives through anything.
Not worth it. And it, honestly, for God, folks, it's not worth it. It is not worth. It's not worth getting yourself into trouble that could have been avoided.
Exactly. And spring thaws bring new risks as well, especially on the roads, because you don't know if that's frozen or not. You'll see the water puddles there, and you just be careful. You have to. Yeah. And wildlife, just like this past weekend, the deer came out and caused that accident. You've got to watch all that. It's all coming.
And flooding too. Like that's the other thing. We don't see it. We don't see it as much, but in the southern states, like, wow, a lot.
Well, we were really bad last week when we had that where we had the rapid meltdown, and before you know it, everything was flooding. There was a road here just down the road that put a sign up because they couldn't cross the road because it flooded. So
so and then you were going on. Maintain hydration.
Don't hate, hydrate.
Dogs may drink less in cool weather, but they still need water. Carry a portable bowl. That's, for those of you that are only, maybe only have one or two dogs in your vehicle, and offer water regularly during your travel breaks, though, for sure. If you don't have a bucket in your dog's crate. Groom for the season. Dogs blowing winter coat can overheat once the sun comes out. So make sure that, you maintain and keep up on your grooming trends. I swear, I don't know. Why do I look up at you? Why? I think I'm just going to stare at my sheet and read my sheet.
That's right. And keep emergency supplies. Small travel kits help if weather turns suddenly, like first aid kits, extra food, emergency contact. Extra food is like smart food, like bags of popcorn.
Reese's peanut butter cups. That's what I call my emergency. At any given time, you can go in my van and find there's Reese's peanut butter cups. And emergency contact info for the nearby veterinarians, especially of the show.
Well, that's important as well. But it's amazing with the new phones. You can say "vet near me" and it'll find it for you. But again, pull over when you're doing such things. Don't do it while you're driving.
Or get your co-pilot to do it. And the other thing too is, what if you don't have service? What happens if you don't have service? Then what are you going to do? That's the naysayer in me is, what
that's
happens?
Interesting because it's amazing how reliant we've all become on our devices.
Yes.
And so you need to know where you are, know where you're, know directions. Yeah. I always have an atlas in my car. Not the big ball that you're have the road atlas. We're right here.
Wouldn't that be cool though if you had an atlas? This is me. Had an atlas, like you wouldn't have it in your car, but in your house. But you could you could make things big on your phone.
I try. It's crazy because I do have an atlas, and I'll be looking up something. Where is it? But talking about some city in the news, and where is it? You try to make it. How come this isn't working?
Just a piece of paper.
You try to shut it off and turn it back on again, but there's no on and off button on your atlas.
You close it, open it up, close it, open it up.
It's just amazing how reliant on what these devices have done to us.
Yeah. And so on your
plan
road
rest
trip,
stops carefully.
exactly.
Actually know where they are, and if you have an atlas or even your phone, some of them you can map out and see where they are. So.
And I don't like for me in like Northern Ontario heading to Winnipeg, there's not the commercialized. There's not a lot of the commercialized rest stops like there is in the States. Like those Loves, I love the Loves. I love them because often a lot of them have
Wawas. Wawas are my favorite.
Wawa, I think is the same thing. They have the actual like a kennel run. They have runs where you can like let the dogs out.
Cabela's do as well. Cabela's have dog runs as well.
Oh, do they? And you can just let the dogs out, give them a good stretch and a run around because sometimes, I mean, right now we might only be just doing like the day trips to wherever we have to go, but sometimes when you're traveling to a national, you're in the car for a couple of days, 2-3 days traveling. So it's good to know where those rest stops are because the dogs get all they're in a confined space and they need to get out and stretch their legs. So that's always.
When I was a kid, I remember like when I was young, like 7 or 8.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But the rest stops were like Howard Johnson's that had the restaurants attached to them. I was when I got the rice pudding.
Most excellent.
So just be prepared. Remember that in spring in Canada, you have to be prepared for all. You might get winter, you might get spring, you might get summer. Who knows? So just be ready.
Or you might get another blast of winter. You never know.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
All right. That was this week's topic brought to you by
Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, where your success is our success.
Okay, on to your favorite.
My favorite part, the old Kennel and Bench. Brought to you by...
You want to run a jingle for Kennel and Bench now?
Oh, I could.
Kennel and Bench. I got to find me some Kennel and Bench.
Brought to you by ProPlan. Fuel for life.
Yeah. Fuel the champion in your dog.
Yes. Your win awaits. Your win awaits. That's one of my favorites.
You like that one? Your win awaits.
Your win awaits. So from the Kennel and Bench from March of 1949.
Oh, this is a good one. Professional Handlers Association of Canada by Lorna Jackson. Do you remember Lorna Jackson?
I know that name. But I can't.
I knew her. Like I was a little kid, obviously, but she was a professional handler, and she showed a lot of working dogs. I want to say, for some reason, in my head, I see her with Alaskan Malamutes, but she was a professional handler. I'm going to read this one though. Okay, you can do the next one.
All right.
The Professional Handlers Association of Canada held their last regular meeting on Tuesday, January 4th, 1949. At the home of past president, Mr. Patty Bowes, who resigned his chair at the commencement of the nominations for officers. The newly elected officers for the organization are President Mr. Art Burden. I don't know who that is. Vice President was Mrs. Irene Burden. I don't know who that is either.
Second Vice
President, Mr. Walter Martin. I've heard that name. For Secretary Treasurer, Lorna Jackson. Yay. Chairman of the Board of Governors, Bob Blythe. I remember Bob Blythe. Board of Governors, Mr. A. Milne, Mrs. Pat Taylor, and James Haig, and H. McKee. That's 1949. That's incredible. And then it lasted until about, I want to say, mid-'80s when it kind of disappeared. And then Susan Hillman and Harold Butler and Garrett Lambert and Bobby Lane brought it all back, which now became the CPHA. Because this was the PHAC, and then it became the CPHA. So
nice.
You can do the international.
Okay, and then the other one we have is the two international all breed shows. Royal Coliseum Exhibition Park, Toronto, Ontario, Friday, March 25th and Saturday, March 26th. And in conjunction with the Canadian National Sportsman Show by the Sportsman Kennel Club Incorporated.
That Then eventually
generous
just became
prize
the
money.
sportsman show. So.
Right. And then it says generous prize money and many specials. So judging by Friday by Hans Oberhammer, Dr. Kobler, Mrs. Myers Nolan, Mr. A.F. Horn, John Harding, and on Saturday by Mrs. Myers Nolan, C.W. Lindsay, Nelson Duckett, James Whitley, and is it Whitley and A. Milne for premium?
And that's a lot of judges for that time of year, that year for the dog shows, because especially in Canada, we didn't have that big entries. But when I was a kid, that grew into the sportsman show, which became like an all-week event. It was 5 shows in 7 days.
Yeah.
And we would spend our whole March break there.
Yes. For premium list entry forms and general information, write or phone the secretary, A.M. Fitzgerald in Markham, Ontario. Phone number, Ancourt, or is it Angan?
Agincourt.
Agincourt, 303 J1.
It was funny because we always went there on our March break, and if you entered a dog there, you got a pass that allowed you into all of the sportsman show. Ooh. But it didn't just allow you; it allowed 2 people in one pass.
Yeah.
And my friend and I went there, and I had passes to the dog show. Well, we were entrepreneurs at like 11 or 12, and we would find people in line and bring them in for half price with us. I know it's awful. I'm sure we got caught, but it lasted for a few days where we made some serious coin. Some serious money. But we did it all week long. I think I want to say it was Arthur Abramson and myself that did that, or was it one of the Bernhardt boys? I can't remember. It might have been Steve Bernhardt.
I think it might have been one of the Bernhardt boys.
But yeah, we would scalp tickets outside until we got caught.
Yes.
But we'd bring people in with us and charge them like $1 or something like that.
So and then it states the following clubs are considering the Friday show judging. Danny, what do you know? Sorry.
The following clubs are considering the Friday show judging of their breed classes as their spring specialty.
The excellent specials will be donated in. And excellent specials will be donated in these breeds. The Boston Terrier Club of Toronto, the German Shepherd Dog Club of Canada, the Collie and Shetland Sheepdog Club of Canada, the Kerry Blue Terrier Club of Canada, and the Toy Dog Breeders Association of Canada. So
I wish those shows would come back. I really enjoyed the sportsman show.
Yeah.
But it's so hard now. Everything's so expensive because you'd want to join up with a sportsman show, or what's the sense of being the sportsman show? And the sheer cost of parking and hotels and the facility. But those were the days. I love the sportsman show. I got to meet so many famous handlers at the sportsman show because it drew Tommy Glassford, Peter Green, George Olson, Bill Traynor. They all came up. Pat Tripp came to those shows. They all came up to those shows. Mm-hmm. So it was something. Bobby Barlow was there. Like it was
Bobby Barlow,
George Ward. It was amazing. It was an amazing time. Cool. Jeffrey Brucker was there. There was it just was an amazing set of shows. Yeah, and I loved it. It was benched, so you had to stay all day. Yeah, the bench shows. So as a 10-year-old or 11-year-old running around those benches and listening to those people, it was just.
It's funny because I think that maybe a lot of times we sit here and we discuss about what can we do to improve dog shows and improve the morale and the camaraderie that we used to have back in the day. Well, there was a lot more bench shows back then, a lot more.
There was,
and you had to stay.
Show, pardon me?
Yeah, and you had to stay. You had to stay, and you would learn.
And you would stay and watch your group judging, and it was because it was all week long at the Sportsman Dog Show, along with the Coliseum and the RV show, and there was all kinds of stuff going on there. There was so much to do, and you all became. It was almost like a camp because you got to know everybody all week long. Yeah. There was one cafeteria for the dog show, and we would all go and eat there, and it was It was a good time. I won my very first group at the Canadian National Sportsman Show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who were you showing? Was it your English Cocker?
English Cocker under James Trollinger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about 12, I think.
Aw.
Yeah. Maida Vale Fire Brigade was his name.
And his Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, that was Kennel and Bench, and it was brought to you by ProPlan Fuel for Life.
Yep.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! That's the end.
That's the end.
All right.
So don't forget to click like and subscribe to the podcast on the YouTube, Spotify, Audible, the YouTube, the Castbox. I've never heard of Castbox. I'm an old person here. What is Castbox?
I don't know. Rock the Casbar. I don't know.
I know that one. And anywhere you get your podcast, please check out our Facebook page and join our community, The Dog Show Drive, Canadian Edition, or you can email us your ideas, comments, and more at dogshowdrive@gmail.com. And don't forget, if you would like your show spotlighted, let me know.
Contact Yvonne and she'll tell you how much it costs.
Yep. Nominal
All right,
fee.
take us away, Yvonne.
Everybody driving to a show this weekend or flying or however you are getting there, please be safe, seatbelts on, glasses on. Till next week, guys. Bye.
Yes, be safe, guys.